So on the worksheet, we're just going for notes. We're just going to be working through on the worksheet. So your first matrix, are they all in order?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And
So nice of them.
so I've got 3, negative 3, right?
Is it supposed to be on the board?
Yeah. Okay.
I thought we were starting on 1.
We are starting on 1.
HK will confuse me. So it is this.
What's the scent in your Scentsy thingy?
Pomegranate.
That smells amazing.
5, negative 5, 3. And negative 2, negative 2, negative 5. And 14, 6, 25, right? Okay, so before I start, I'm going to always make sure I've written it correctly, make sure I have my negatives, so I'm not messing anything up. I'm not going to insist that you write the actual problem on your paper. That's kind of ridiculous on these. So my first goal is to get both of these to be what? 0. Well, they were nice. Kind of nice, aren't they? Okay, so I'm going to use row 1. So I'm going to not change it. So I'm going to rewrite it. And my goal today is going to be 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Yes? Mm-hmm. Okay. So what do I have to do with row 1 and row 2 to get this negative 3 to be a 0? Just add them. So R1 plus R2. And I don't add them till I figure out what I'm going to do with the next one. Do it all at one time. Keep your brain doing one thing. Now I have the 3 in row 3, and I need to use the 3 in row 1. So what do I need to do with those to get?
Subtract.
Okay, so negative R1 plus R3. Now, the reason why I put negative R1 plus R3 instead of R1 minus R3 is when we have that negative on the second one, for some reason, we tend to forget to do it. If you want to put R1 minus R3, it doesn't matter, okay? You just need to do it right. So you do those 2 steps, and I'll do those 2 steps, so we better get the same answer. I don't know why I wrote 6 and 25. I shouldn't have, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We did get the same answer.
I didn't get the same answer either. After I do one, I always go back and check my answer, and I subtracted, and I should have added. I did it in Elena.
Not bad.
Wait, how come it's a negative 11?
Because negative 14 plus 25.
No, it should be positive. He's right. I was in my process of checking.
Oh, yeah, it is positive.
'Kay.
Right.
And again, after I do a step, I go back and check my math. Make sure my negatives are right. Because if I mess that up, is it the whole thing going to be messed up?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And I'm going to tell you everything is a whole answer. Like
Let's
a
go.
whole answer. Okay. Now, this is my goal, yes? And my next step would be get to this to be 0, but I see something about my second row that I
It
might...
already has a 0 in that spot.
It already has a 0 in that spot.
So you can move them.
I can move them?
Yep.
Yep.
And swap around.
Yep.
So I'm going to take R2, and I just put double arrows like that, R3. But make sure when you do it, you bring all your negatives, you bring every part of it. Make sure you're lining up your augmented lines pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not.
We'll get better at it.
Could you do negative 1/4 row 3
Why would you do negative 1/4 3?
to get it to a positive 1?
To get it to a positive 1 because 4 goes into 20. Would I do that if I had 21 there?
No.
No. So negative 1/4 R3. And at this time, if I had one of these rows that were divisible by something, I might do it too, but I don't, right? They're not.
No, we don't. Four.
And again, the biggest mistake is leaving off a negative when you go from one row to the other, or only taking 1/4 of the 4 and not the 20. So just make sure. If I move it up so you can see more of it, can you still see it on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
And would you do negative 2R3 plus R1 and no, you would do 2R3 plus R1 and 3R3 plus R2.
Do you guys agree with Ethan?
I don't even understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
He said, what do I need to multiply that 1 by to get rid of the 2? 2. He said 2R3 plus R1. You guys agree with that? Okay. And then he said 3R3 plus R1. Do you agree with that?
No, it should be negative 3. Oh, wait,
Or
it's
R2.
negative.
It should be R2.
I dropped-
And it
that's
should
right.
not be negative.
That's right.
Did you get 3504, 0, negative 20, negative 4?
I was still getting there.
Okay. Still good there.
For the next bracket, can we do negative 2R2?
Not negative 2.
Negative 1/2.
Yes. Why would we do negative 1/2, Elena?
To get, well, that's not the one, a positive 1.
To get a positive 1.
Yeah, and then,
Okay.
and those numbers go in.
You guys okay with negative 1/2 R2?
Yeah.
So do it. I hope I moved everything over. This is why I use blank paper, because I start obsessing over the lines and where they line up. I don't think I'm going to be able to
I
keep
don't
it
care
all.
if you saw the board earlier.
Yeah. If you guys want just blank paper, remember I have it over here. I have tons of
I
it.
need the lines to line mine up.
So I would rather not have the line.
Callie, do you even follow your lines? Yes, I do. Sometimes they're wider. But they're
Okay, last step is to get this 5 to be a what?
0.
0?
Negative
5 R2
negative
plus R1.
Yes. Negative 5 R2 plus R1.
And then can you also do a third of
You can't do it all in one step. You have to wait. You have to do
Next
this.
step would be
Yes.
a third of R1.
Yes.
You guys are being very obnoxious.
What, Brad?
You guys are being very obnoxious. Trying to learn what you do.
Do you mind?
And Brad, what was your last step?
1/3 of R1.
What, Garrett?
I said, now I don't even know where we're at.
Okay, what happened?
Tutor started sweeping the board.
Oh, that.
And we could not see.
Now, are you going to be able to fit more than one of these in a column?
I am. Ms. Smith, have you met Evan Sadoff? I only do half the work.
Yep.
That is.
Only half the work is shown.
This is all.
No, there isn't. There's more off the paper than what we show on the
A whole
paper.
piece of paper to do one.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to get at
I'm gonna have
least
16 pieces of paper.
Bless you.
Well, no.
Well,
Like 8.
you should be able to get 2 on a side. Yes?
Unless you have big hand like Bard.
Well, and you put it in the middle of the
How big
paper.
can your handwriting
Okay,
be?
this is my suggestion. You take your piece of paper and you fold it in half. And then you keep yourself in one column and then you can get 2 on a paper.
I,
That ain't gonna work with Bard wood.
Okay, 2, get your matrix down.
okay.
Are they in order?
Yes.
Yes, they are in order. But I need to do what with the third equation?
Add a 0 for the x.
Add a 0 for x. Am I going to be multiplying any of them by a fraction before I start? No, because they're like, yeah.
That's 0 for the y.
No.
Just weird. Is that your-
0 for x.
Diane said that's where I got from.
Oh, I thought it was.
It is just you. You're right.
Kayla, I didn't rest with disrespect.
Oh, sorry.
I'm buying graph papers or doing this.
Make sure it's small graph
What
paper.
a genius.
Oh, did Kale just show you his notebook?
He did. I'm kind of jealous right now.
Why is it even?
Yeah, but you have to write neatly.
What are you trying to say, Miss Vic?
Yeah, are you trying to say something?
That Brad should.
And the composition, is it long enough? Is it long enough? Because they're so short. Is it long enough to get a whole one in?
Depends on how big you
I
write.
still have that much
Oh my
left.
god.
Oh, okay, so you had
That
room.
would drive me nuts.
Some of them are, the grid is too big and you wouldn't. Okay, do you guys have the same one I do?
No,
Same
give me a minute.
augment. A minute? You should be doing it while I'm doing it. Like, there shouldn't be no lag time.
I was still finishing the last one.
He has it, yes.
I do now. have it.
Add row 1 and row 2.
That's what I was gonna do.
Okay, you guys happy with? You happy with this one?
No.
I mean, there's a 20.
Oh, we can see what
You
happens.
don't seem like you're happy with it.
No, I'm thinking like it has.
no.
Stop, Evan. I don't know. I haven't done one of these problems.
Right.
My brain is going, maybe I want to move that up, but if I just have to add these 2, maybe I want to see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys want to just add row 1 and 2? Okay, row 1 plus row 2. And these go much faster if you guys are working along with me because then we just check our answers, right?
Yeah.
Ah, I was right what I wanted to do. Why was I right what I wanted to do?
Because you wanted to switch.
See, we now know.
Yeah, I know, but my brain was right, but could have been wrong too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now we've got row 2 that looks like it'd be great in row 3, don't we? And row 3 that would be amazing in row 2.
So now we
Okay.
can switch them.
Can we switch it?
Yes.
Yes.
Holy crap, that here is.
So we're taking R2 switched with R3.
Yeah.
She said she would.
And it can go next to either. I just slanted it there. And right now, if like row 1 was all divisible by 2 and I hadn't seen it, I'd do it, but it's not. Again, make sure you get them exchanged exactly the way they were and the whole row. We like to exchange the left really nicely and then forget about the right.
-1/5 for R3.
You guys agree with her?
Yes.
Why am I doing that?
To get
Row 1.
Get rid of the
1. To get rid of the 5 to make it 1.
And make it a positive one, right? Lots of negatives to forget. Did y'all get 3?
Yeah.
Oh.
And now are we trying to get rid of the -4 in
R2
row
plus R1.
1?
No, we're not taking negative. We're not doing R2 plus R1
Why not?
because both -4s are in what column?
The
Third.
outside.
The third. And I want them to zero out. If I do R2 plus R1, well, I'm not doing that, am I?
Negative R1
So what if we-
plus R2.
No.
We have to use R3.
We have to use R3. We don't have to, but we want to be efficient about this. You start doing stuff like that, and we're gonna have 6, and you guys are gonna have 12 steps.
What is that?
What?
Oh, it was just up there.
So would we still be able to take like -1 or 3?
Well, we don't.
Fine.
Okay, these are -4s. What do we add to a -4 to get a
Could
0?
you just do 4 R,
4 R3
plus R2, 4 R3 plus R1?
Right. Because when I do this, I have zeros. Is that going to change this part of it at all then? No. If you start adding row 1 and 2, going back up, you're going to be putting stuff back where you don't want it. So we're going to do 4R3 plus R1 and 4R3 plus R2.
This is weird. Would you then do negative?
She still want this step.
Sorry, I didn't look up until now.
If you have the next step you want to do, then do it. Try it.
-9.
I have -9.
Well, what I saw is you had 9 and you were kind of debating
No, I'm just making sure I'm doing it right.
negative row 2.
No.
No. Row 2 is already negative, row 1 is positive, and they're both 1, so I'm just going to do what with them?
Add up.
Add them.
And then
R2 plus R1. And make sure the one you're changing is written second. If you would have done a negative, you would have been adding it back in. Now do your last step on your own. There's 2 things you have to do in your last step. Freeze. Okay, do you have your answer written?
No.
Evan had to wait till I get done for some reason.
Well, because I was stuck. Alright.
You guys ready? See what I got?
That's okay.
That's
No.
red.
Okay, for the -1 and 3, what would I divide by?
You wouldn't divide by anything, you'd multiply by a -1.
So it'd be negative.
R2.
Okay.
I think I need to put batteries.
I was stuck on it.
Did you get 3, -3, 3?
Figuring out.
Yes, Mrs. Nick.
Start writing problem 3.
Oh, that's where my equation go.
Does it matter what order you write
You
it
guys
in?
are jealous you can't fit 4 of these.
What do you mean?
Like, can it be negative 3,
Rebecca.
3?
No, it needs to be X, Y, Z.
Okay.
Guy, did everyone hear that? These equations are written X, Y, Z. They need to be in alphabetical order. You can't be switching them around.
I can't go Z, X, Y.
No, you may not.
Why not?
Because You have to write your answers in a form that anyone could pick up your paper and know what it is. I'm going to save these papers, and next year I'm going to put it out in front of you and say, what did I do last year? And you should be able to tell me,
Good
right?
thing I'm not taking this.
I won't be
next
here
year.
next year.
You guys aren't taking calculus?
I'll be in
No.
college math.
I'm in college
So
prep.
am I.
You guys got your third
I'll be
equation?
college math too.
Well, guys,
I'll
I
be
can
there
only
next
have a max number in
Well, I
there, so
call-
you
I'm
all
just
can
calling-
take
I
it.
college
got to get
prep.
my slot in
Miss
there.
Mick, I'll be in here.
I need to check what number.
You're home in calculus.
I'll be in calculus.
Good.
That's in Austin calculus.
No.
Do you guys have your matrices written yet?
Yeah.
No.
We're waiting for you, Mrs. Smith.
No, you're not waiting for me. Try your first step. Everyone on their own, try a first step.
Am I gonna cry every day in that class? Yeah, probably.
Be worth it.
No.
I know what I want my first step to be, but I wonder if any of you did it, so I don't want to.
I don't think that 3 should be negative, Miss
No,
Smith.
I do not think so either.
Nope. That was always my next step after I finished to go check.
You did say you knew what your next step was going to be.
That wasn't my next step. Well, checking, I guess, was my first next step. But my next step. You guys attacking to get zeros, or did anybody switch?
I switched
Why would we switch?
because there's already a -1.
Because it's already a 1.
Yeah.
See that?
You haven't done it
I
yet.
was
She
too
told
busy.
you to start doing it, Kale.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
Just
do I
take it
have
for
to
granted.
switch if I don't want to?
No.
No.
That's what I'm doing right now.
So R1 with R3?
Yeah.
And sometimes you want like R1 to R3 and R2 to R1. You just kind of have a whole jumble. Okay, now do your next step. Get rid of, I want everyone on their own to get rid of these two in the next step. I don't want it 2 steps, I want it 1 step. On your own.
Does this one have no solution? Or is it infinitely many? Cause I'm all the way down to like my 5th or 6th matrix C, matrix whatever, and I got my 3rd row 0, 0, 0.
What's on the other side? What's on the solution side?
Haven't got figured that one out yet.
Probably be 0.
Yep, 0. So it's infinitely many.
So, but you have to finish out your.
Row 1, row 2.
Mhm. How'd that step go? Good. Okay. Now we could take 1/2 and 1/2, but I'm going, well, I could just multiply row 2 by a 2 and get rid of the 8, right? So that would be my step. Okay, so we are infinitely many already. We know that, right? But we have to get this as close as possible to reduced row echelon form. So we're not going to be able to do anything with column 3, are we? No, but can we clear column 2?
Yeah.
And we have to get that to be a positive 1. But let's worry about clearing column 2 first. So I've got 4 and 2. So what's my least common multiple?
8.
How about 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So R2 minus 2R1. We're going to try a minus. So this is where you can't screw it up. So we got 0 plus what?
2.
2. So it's going to be 2. And 4 minus 4.
0.
And 20 minus 3. Nope. Negative 10 plus 6, right? See, I was going to mess it up. Messed it up anyway. Hopefully you guys got 4 and not 16.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
And then 24 and 30, so it'd be negative 6, right?
Yeah.
One last step. What do I need to do in it?
1/2 row
1 half row 1 and
1/2 row 2.
no.
1. Right?
1
What?
4.
1/4 row 2. You got a 4 there.
Middle one.
Oh, yeah. Where did I mess up at?
Miss Mick, wouldn't that be a negative 4 on your last one? It would just be, it'd be negative 10.
Oh, this one right here? Yes, it would be.
Okay.
So that'd be a negative 2. Yep. I was worried about my equals and not that. Okay, so am I as close to reduced row echelon form as I can get? Yes? We know the answer is infinitely many, so now we have to take the last row, the last column, which is what column?
Column
3.
Yeah, but what variable?
C.
Z.
Z. Okay, so we're going to make Z equal
A.
A. The next row is going to be Y, yes? So Y equals negative 15 halves, right? And I got to move the negative 5 halves over, so what I'm going to do with it?
Plus 5.
Plus 5 halves
A.
Y, or Z, but what Z?
A.
A. So plus 5 halves
A.
A. We can also write this as 5A minus 15
All over 2.
all over 2. Either way works for me. I don't care, right? And then we got X, which is negative 3. And I've got to add over the 2Z, but Z is what?
A.
A.
It was plus 2A.
So my ordered triple is X. What's X?
Negative 3 plus 2A.
Can I write it 2A minus 3? Okay, 2A minus 3. And then 5A minus 15 over 2, comma, A. So this, yes, you may. So by doing this, I can put in any A and tell you the order triple that it falls into, right?
Yeah.
Which A is Z. Yes. Okay, 4. Ready?
No, not really.
Start writing 4 down. Ooh, 4 should be an easy one. Not easy, but it shouldn't be that hard. Why?
We have 1.
You have all ones, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Brad, you good yet?
No.
Okay, you let me know.
How many of these are we doing?
As many as we have time for.
Okay.
Are you good now?
Just figure out where I messed up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm good.
Why would you want that?
If you already have it written down, see if you can take that next step. See if you can start it on your own. Because tomorrow when you guys come in, I expect you just to be working.
Wait, so this isn't homework?
No, this is homework,
Yeah.
but
And it's more than 7.
barely today because,
But here's the thing, you said
There's
7.
9. There's 9.
well, I didn't have to do any with you in class, did I?
Well, no, but we also could start on 5.
A. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. I don't want you. If you don't see what I'm doing, then do your own thing. Because I want to show you that it doesn't matter if we do them differently, as long as we do correct math, are we going to get the same answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you get -12?
Negative 14 plus 2. It's not 14. That's why I just messed up. Because I was like, I messed up somewhere. I did 2 and 7. So it's negative 26.
paper up a little bit.
Nope,
please?
not till I'm done. I want you working on them.
I'm stuck.
I'm all off at 26.
So did I.
Well, maybe you should try 26. How many times 26 goes into 130?
That's what I was thinking. I
Goes
don't
with
know.
5 times.
There you go.
No,
7.
Yeah.
no.
7 times.
Oh, it's 5 times. No, it's 5. It's 5.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, always when you get those big numbers, see if they can reduce them.
Yeah, you tell me.
I'm sorry.
Well, in Yule, your answer's supposed to be whole, so if it doesn't, then you got a problem.
On these, they're not always. Life is not always going to be pretty.
Yeah, but we're doing these, so.
Ow.
Okay, your answer should be -1, -3, 5.
Let's go.
That's nowhere near what I got.
Okay, so negative. Well, I messed up right here. I messed up right here.
How'd you do?
Yeah.
-4. That's what I'm.
What'd you get?
I did times 3 and 6 times 2.
This is Nick.
What?
What'd you get? Negative?
The answer is -1, -3, 5. So you guys have 6 through what today? Or 5 through 13, not 6.